Hedgehog was originally supposed to be due last year in November, but has been pushed back due to the filmmakers having to redesign Sonic and come up with an entirely new look for the character. And was it worth it? It was. I thought this movie was very fun, very high energy, fairly funny for the most part. Though I will say that my biggest issue with the film is that it is a bit cliche in that we've seen these kinds of movies before, like a human in live action movies like this, like Alvin and the Chipmunks or Scooby Doo. I'll compare it fairly to those bad movies from the early 2000s because it feels like that. It feels like this movie could come out of that era. And except being terrible, it is more competent. Anyway, it felt like those kinds of movies where a live action person comes across a character that is sort of cartoony, sort of high energy, out of this world, like this is nothing normal you see every day, and they try to help them out on their own quest, and they come across a bad guy that's trying to go after them and sort of ruin their life. It reminds me of those kinds of movies. I'm describing the plot of Alvin and the Chipmunks, basically. But this movie is much better than that, I promise you. The chemistry between the Donut Man, which I'll call him because I'm not that great with names, and Sonic in this film is very funny. I really like their banter between each other. You do feel a bond growing between them. And my favorite thing has to be with the two of them at a bar, just having the time of their lives, checking off a bucket list. And it was a whole lot of fun to see, including that slow-mo scene in that bar that really got my video game sort of nerves oozing. It was just a whole lot of fun. And
good morning, my rural chum.
Mr. Dr. Robotnik. I'm going to give you
choose
5
up everything
seconds
he's
tell me what it is.
delightful watch. I haven't seen this guy in a movie in such a long time. He was one of my favorite comedians as a child, and it was a joy to see him back and actually being funny, to be in an actually funny movie. The last movie I believe I seen him in was Mr. Popper's Penguins or Dumb and Dumber 2, one of those movies. And they weren't that funny. I mean, Dumb and Dumber 2 I thought was alright, but that was like such a long time ago. It's 2020. And Jim Carrey is back. Like, he is such a joy to see, and I'm glad to see him back getting more roles. I hope he gets more roles after Sonic, because this movie solidifies him being still one of the funniest people out there, and I just really want to see him in more stuff. The entire tone of the movie was also fairly consistent. The directing was competent. It was fun, it was funny, it was well paced, but again, my criticism, if I believe I said it earlier, was that it felt too cliched. Like, I have seen this movie done in sort of the same basic plot points, seeing sort of the same story, and the movie doesn't offer much to the table. And I don't believe it needs to. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not supposed to be like the next big thing, and it doesn't try to be, which I'm glad it didn't. But I feel like if this movie did had a little bit stronger writing and humor and much better direction, I mean, they're all done fairly well here, but the problem is that it's just done fairly well, and the movie feels sort of not forgettable. Like, you can still watch it from time to time, but it's not going to be like a movie you're going to play every single time. But so, yeah, if that's basically like the only problem I had, is that the movie wasn't as rewatchable as I feel like it should have been. But there is enough passion from the filmmakers for them to make the best possible movie they can make. They redesigned the entire character and pushed the movie back just to make this movie better. And while I don't think that this movie's perfect and that there are a few flaws, I still think these guys did a very good job on creating the best Sonic movie we could possibly ask for. I thought it was funny. I thought the chemistry between our main heroes was great. The special effects were fairly good, and I really liked Sonic as a character here. And overall, this was just a fun movie to watch, and I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog a B. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.